How are you?
I'm not too bad, thank you. I'm not too bad at all. Introduce yourself.
So I'm Dan. I play bass for the band Hollowcore. We're from Hamilton, Ontario. Yeah, just super excited to be here.
That's awesome. I'm excited that I get to interview you guys. Um it was kind like it was just kind of a scrolling through thing that I had seen you guys, and yeah, I'm glad it worked out this way. I was excited to get to do this.
Yeah, I was happy to see you reach out. Yeah,
Yeah, right on. Yeah. Okay, well, why don't you tell me a little bit about the band, who's in the band, and what kind of music you guys play, and then we'll get into what you're up to.
sure. We have a few guys from different areas. Originally, we were all from Hamilton, but now I'm out Ancaster way. One of the guys is out Brantford way. One of the guys was out in Windsor for a bit. Now he's back in Ancaster and Hamilton. Another guy's in Mount Hope. So all around, but generally Hamilton, and that's where we play the most.
Right on.
And then,
Awesome.
yeah, in terms of styles of music, we're kind of like somewhere between rock and metal. A lot of people comment on our stuff. They say, "Oh, you guys are too heavy for my taste," and then other people are like, "Oh, you're too light for my taste." So we're like, we don't know what we are. We just kind of make songs.
Right on. Well,
Yeah,
I liked it. You guys do have a good you do have a good heavy sound to you, and for me, the heavier the better. So, you guys have a great sound, and
thank you.
I can see how you're kind of like in between styles, because you guys generally have your own. I'm just watching my Sphinx. He fell in the toilet, and I'm worried he's going to sit on my computer. Yeah, I cleaned him off, but I'm just worried that he's still a little wet and going to sit on my computer. Um, but you guys seem to have your own sound. I've found lately that quite a few bands that have been coming out don't really have a genre label, because of this. Like, everybody seems to be striving for that unique sound, and you guys have definitely picked up on that.
I don't know if that's just like a coincidence or not, because when we're writing and stuff, we're not like trying to go for anything at all. I don't think we're just kind of writing riffs, and because everyone's into different sorts of music, everyone's takes just like turn it into something completely different. So I think naturally it's just at least really fun and refreshing for us. We don't get bored with it at least. So
Well, that's good.
yeah.
That's good.
Mhm.
Yeah, you guys, you sound like you keep it consistent with changing the way you guys do things as far as your sound goes. So that's good. And I mean, it's got you to Rocksearch.
Yeah. Somehow, some way.
So let's. How did you guys get into that? How did that happen?
So last year we applied, so back in 2022, and I think it was maybe our drummer who originally saw the post and listens to 97.7. So we applied, made it to the voting stage, got enough votes. We had like a bunch of friends and family just voting every hour, just spamming the thing. So shout out to everyone who's voted for us. They're the ones who really did the work for us. And then we played the semifinals. We made it through to the finals, but we didn't end up winning. So then we were like, well, we're definitely applying next year. It was just super fun. The hosts were great. Soper and Brown, fantastic dudes. So we've honestly been like waiting all year to apply again, just hoping we could get the chance again because it was just such a fun time. And then, yeah, we were fortunate enough that they picked us for the top 12. And then we were spamming all of our friends and family, like forcing them to vote. Like we really wanted to make the live shows again.
Yeah, which it paid off because you just found that out, didn't you?
Yep. Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. on the radio. Got the good news, the green light. So, yeah, super excited for that.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
That's awesome. So do you know when you guys play and where you're playing?
Yes. So, 8 days from today, next Friday, at the warehouse in St. Catharines.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a
Awesome.
yeah, it's a free show, so just people show up. Last time it was packed, and this time there's going to be even more bands. They're putting 6 bands on the bill instead of 4, so it
Okay,
it might be a packed sort of venue thing, so, get there early if you do come.
that's awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely going to try to make my way out there next weekend. It's next Friday.
Yep, June 2nd.
Ooh, I have beer bash the night after, and then my
Ooh,
daughters leave for Newfoundland on the Sunday after beer bash.
fun,
Um,
fun.
so I'm gonna tell you that I'm gonna try really hard to make it out, but I have to be in Mississauga on Friday night to bring my kids to my aunt and uncle's house. They're the ones that usually bring them out to their grandparents' house. So I'm gonna, I don't know, maybe I'll make the parking lot before everybody heads on to stage. What other bands are playing with you guys on Friday night?
So there's 5 other bands. If I remember, there is a band called Gravely, a band called Villavant, Small Town Strip Club, Save Lean, and oh, I'm missing one.
I do that all the time.
Oh, I feel so bad now.
I do that on my updates all the time. I will
Uh,
come on and I'll be like, hey guys, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll list all these bands off and I'll forget one.
it's Feral Minx. That's the last band.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Right on. Awesome.
Mhm.
Well, I hope that you guys do really well and you advance from here. Um, you guys obviously have put in the work to do it, so hopefully it goes well for you.
Yeah, I hope so. Like, even before we got the news, we've been practicing for the best case scenario, just trying to really tighten up, especially when we're playing live.
Right.
Just make sure we have the chops together. So, putting in that work and got to keep doing it for the next few weeks at least.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So,
Mhm.
um, I lost my question as soon as I took my sip of coffee. It was gone. This
I
is,
feel
and
that.
this right here is why I don't script things.
Love it. Love it.
So, okay, well, why don't we talk a little bit about the history of your band? How did you guys get started and when?
Sure. So, uh, there's like a whole bunch of different things actually, because I was in a band before, Colin and Austin. So the singer and guitarist, or I guess I mixed up the order there. Austin's the singer, Colin's the guitarist. They were in a Hamilton band before called Built by Thieves. And
Okay,
then that band was sort of fizzling out and they wanted to start a new project. I was in a band at the time called Plan Dilemma, and I was friends with the guys because we had played shows together. So I had jammed with them once, but I was super busy with my band. So I was like, I'm not really going to commit to anything. And then Andrew, the other guitarist, he's in a band called the Barrel Rejects from Hamilton as well. Um,
okay,
but
yep,
he started on bass playing with them, and then I'm not sure exactly how they found the drummer Brad. I think it was like a friend of a friend who knew someone, and he like jammed with them, and they were like, "Yo, this guy's awesome." So they were kind of like a 4 piece for like a month, and then I slowly was like, "Oh, these guys have a cool sound," and I was friends with them already. I'm like, I'm gonna weasel my way into the band, and then so that was around like late 2019. We were
okay,
really getting together on stuff. And then we recorded some demos, played our first show, and released some demos January 2020.
okay,
And then we were writing a bunch. And then we were starting to go to our buddy's little like home studio to record some things. We booked a bunch of shows to do our first little like tour. And then that's like right when the pandemic happened. So it kind of halted everything.
right,
But we had a lot of originals and we had some stuff half recorded in the studio. And then when things started to open up, we just like prioritized getting into the studio to just record. And then that fall, we released our first EP with an actually like nice sound as opposed to the demos. So we were super excited for that. Um, and then things were still kind of like slow because of the pandemic. So we really didn't start gearing back up until like last year in the summer. We did a
Right.
big run of shows, and now we've been like writing some things, recording some things. And right now we're working on a full length album and trying to book some. We have a lot of shows for this summer, but we're trying to book like a fall tour sort of thing for an album release.
Okay.
So that's where we are right now.
Okay. Well, if you're interested in somewhere down here, we can talk about that later.
Ooh,
If you haven't already figured things out.
we have not. Could definitely be
Okay.
interested.
Then I'm your guy.
Oh, fantastic.
So,
Look at
so
that.
yeah, not to be working while we're interviewing or anything, but I mean,
I love it.
ADHD does that to me sometimes.
Yeah.
So, but right on. Okay. So where are all your shows happening this summer?
A lot in Hamilton, and I guess a
Okay.
lot in St. Catharines too. So like next Friday we have Rocksearch, but then the week after we're back in St. Catharines for just another show we had planned before Rocksearch came out.
Okay.
Um, then if we do happen to make it to the finals, if we're fortunate enough, we'll be playing the next week again in St. Catharines. So 3 back to back. Then we have a few shows lined up in Hamilton at like the end of June, start of July, and then mid July.
Okay.
Then in August, we're playing Voodoo Rock Fest on the 11th. So that's going to
Okay.
be a really fun one. They, I'm not the one who applied us, so I'm not sure exactly what the application process was. But again, we were lucky enough that they digged our sound enough. We talked to the guy, super nice guy, the guy who's running it.
Right
So
on.
super excited for that. And that's out in I forget the town, but it's like kind of near Kingston.
Okay.
So the fact that we're going out that far, we're like, okay, let's get another show that weekend at least. So we booked a show in Peterborough the next day on the 12th. So we're doing a little weekend run that weekend.
Awesome.
And
Right on. That's
yeah.
awesome.
Hmm.
Right on. Okay. Well, yeah, definitely keep me posted. I don't know if Rocksearch is going to happen, but I'd love to come out and see you guys play for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
So, okay. So the second weekend you guys are playing in St. Catharines. Where are you guys playing?
I may have the details ready here, but I might not.
I asked all the hard questions.
Oh, it's written down somewhere. It's got to be somewhere. Um, it might be more Niagara than St. Catharines.
Okay.
It's not at the warehouse. It is at. Um, oh my goodness. I have an address, but I don't have the name of the place. That's fun.
Should we try and guess on the address? You give me the name of the street, I'll give you the venue.
Queen Street, Niagara.
Ooh, you're playing at Camp Cataract.
That's it.
You're welcome.
Yep. Oh my goodness. That's awesome.
You're playing at Camp Cataract. That's a great little venue. It's tight, but it's intimate. So that should be a lot of fun.
Cool. Yeah.
Do you know who you're playing with that night?
Yeah, we're playing with a band called Wolfgang and a band called the Red Summer Sound.
Awesome. I have not seen either one of those yet. And I don't believe I have anything booked for that weekend. So I'll definitely come out and see you guys.
Oh, okay. I mean,
for sure. For sure.
Awesome.
You can hold me to that for that weekend, but next weekend's a little bit crazy. And then the weekend after is on the 16th, on June 16th. There's a party at the Dive Pub in St. Catharines.
Oh.
Just to put that out there. It's Itis, Evil Villain. See, I'm going to do what you just did.
Ooh.
And I put the show together. Well, they put the show together, but I helped. So Itis, Evil Villain, Don Valley. I don't know if you've heard of those guys yet, but if you haven't, check them out. They're fucking dynamite dudes. All of those bands are. Divine Curse and Crimson Asphalt.
Okay. I know Matt from Evil Villain, and then Don Valley I've seen years ago at Doors Pub.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Matt is a great dude. He's
Mhm.
a fantastic guy. He's one of the hardest working people I've ever met.
Oh, yeah.
And he puts up with my shit, so I like him.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, when he reached out for Beer Bash, I probably said yes before he finished asking me the question. So I was super excited to be a part of
Mhm.
that. So, right on. So, what else
Mhm.
are you guys up to?
Not I mean, we're up to a lot, but I kinda pretty much, yeah, just touring, recording, a lot of originals, like, we're getting super excited just at new material because 'cause we've kinda been playing the same, like, 7 songs for the past 3 years now, so
Yeah,
super exciting to get some new stuff starting to come along, starting to be able to actually, like, play it live.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm really happy to hear that. I love when bands are coming out with new music and they're playing and touring, and it's nice to see you guys busy because at the end of the day, as much as everybody's got a 9 to 5, we all know that we want this to be our 9 to 5.
Yeah, that'd be the
So,
dream.
so the busier we are when we're doing these things, the nicer it is because we literally are living the dream.
Yeah, yeah,
It's exhausting, but
yeah, we're not making money, but we're having fun.
yeah, you know what? Sometimes the payment in dollars isn't necessarily the better payment.
Mhm.
Just give me 1 second. I have to close my screen door. My Sphinx is climbing it so he can get out, and he thinks he can jump, and he really can't. So hang on 1 second.
No worries, no worries.
Okay, Ronald, no. They are the most interesting little animals. They're super cute. They are loving when they want to be. The rest of the time, they're assholes. Like
Yeah. Yep.
if you ever feel the need to pay $2,000 for somebody to knock your cups off the table and step on your stuff and play in your fish tanks and just give it to me, I'll come and harass you. Like seriously. He was a gift. He's a gift that keeps on giving. He
Oh,
gives
yeah.
me new plates and new bowls and new cups and so
Too
um
generous.
oh my god. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do love him. He is part of the family, but I think if I had a precursor to how the first 2 to 3 years with Sphinxes was going to be, I might have got an untrained dog instead. So, David Wolf from 97.7 says,
Ooh.
congratulations,
Oh,
you
thank
guys,
you.
for Rocksearch. And my brother says hello.
Hello.
So, I can't see the comments that come in from YouTube or from my Facebook Sofa City Sounds page, but I can see what's coming in on Restream and on my actual Facebook page. So once this is over, what I'll do is I'll go and tag you guys in it so that it comes up on your page and then share it and stuff like that. But for now, it's live on the 3 channels, and yeah, it's not doing too bad. We got quite a few views, quite a few people watching us talk about
Yeah.
what's going on and stuff. So that's not terrible.
Cool, cool.
So, what is the craziest thing you guys have been through as a band?
Oh, that's a question. That's
I'm
a
full of
thinker.
them.
Uh,
I'm full of them.
I love that. I wanna give you a good answer. Um, I don't know if it's the craziest, but we played in Montreal last year,
Yeah.
and the venue didn't really have parking, and it's on, like, their downtown strip that's just like a one-lane, one-way thingy, so we kinda had to, like, pull over on the sidewalk to unload and then park back at the hotel and walk, and it took me and the guitarist, like, after we dropped off the gear, like, an hour and a half just to, like, find out how to park at the hotel and get back to the venue while, like, everyone else is, like, unloading, setting up, waiting for us to sound check, and
Yeah.
we're just like, "Screw this place."
I My favorite part about Montreal is not driving there.
Oh,
It's the worst.
Yeah.
It's the worst. It's great. Like a lot of their venues are great. Do you remember the name of the venue that you played at?
Yeah, we played at the Piranha Bar.
Oh, right on. I haven't been there. I've been to LA Shop, and there was somewhere else I went. I have no idea what the name of it was.
I know there's a
Um,
place called like Le Fufun Electronique or something, and that's a
I don't
pretty
know.
bumpin'.
I remembered LA Shop because it was English. So French is not my strong suit. Not at all. So right on. Yeah, no, Montreal's a great spot to play. Do you remember the bands that you guys played with that night?
Um, oh, I have both their CDs, and I listen to them. But now I remember what the artworks on the CDs look like too, but I'm blanking on the names. Lady Athene or Athene,
Yeah,
like kind of like Athena, but with another E on the end. And
yeah.
then um oh, Red Raven Chaos, I think, was the other band.
Awesome.
And they were
Right on.
both insane heavy metal, but like so good.
That's awesome. That's
Fantastic
awesome.
people too.
That's good to hear. I love when a band is good and their members are decent people
Mm,
because you don't always get that. You
hmm
know, sometimes you get music that's like fucking dynamite and their band members are just terrible people. Or you get band members that are like the nicest people in the world and they just can't seem to coordinate together. So it's nice when you get the full package out of a band.
hmm
So that's right on.
Yeah.
So what other bands are you guys playing with in July and August? Do you know any offhand?
One of the bands we're playing with in Hamilton is Conversation from Toronto, and they had won Rocksearch last year.
Okay,
hmm
awesome. Right on.
So,
That should be fun.
so yeah, we met them through that, and then they reached out to us, and we were like, "Hell yeah, great dudes again!" And they had a killer sound too. Like that was an insane show. Because we're like everyone's kind of expecting just rock and roll, but we're kind of heavier for most people's taste, and then conversation heavy as well. Like we're just headbanging. It was an insane show.
Good stuff. That's
hmm
awesome. So where can we find you on social media? What social medias do you guys have?
We've got Facebook and Instagram, so like the two big ones. We have a YouTube page as well. We don't post too many like updates there, but just kind of like the music and then the music videos and stuff. Um, and then we have our music out on like all the big streaming services, so like Spotify, Apple Music, all that. And then sometimes we live stream our jam sessions in my basement. And then those I usually post to my personal Twitch page. But we
Okay.
always post about it on our like Facebook or Instagram when it's happening and the link and all that.
Awesome. Okay, well
Mhm.
that's good to know. That's good to know. I just want to make sure that it's out there where people can go and find your music and follow you guys and stuff like that. This is probably one of the like tightest on point boom 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 interviews that has never been planned before that I've ever done and I'm loving it.
Oh,
Loving it.
well,
You are
great.
by far one of the most pleasant interviews I've ever had and I'm grateful.
Uh,
So thank you.
you're making me blush.
I mean, I'm a little bit of a shit show, but that's to be expected. Everybody knows that now. I'm pretty sure that's why they watch me. So, but no, thank you. I do appreciate it. I'm glad you guys came on tonight, or you came on for the band tonight. So,
Yeah.
um, do you guys do? I don't know if any of you guys ever do. You guys do hot sauces and hot wings and stuff like that?
Uh, I like just like a tiny bit of spice. I don't know if the other guys if they do hot or not. I think Brad, the drummer, probably like dumps hot sauce on things, but
I do too.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, well, the reason I'm asking is because we have the hot sauce trivia challenge coming up. Um, we're doing our first taping, I guess, because I was born in the 80s and I don't know what it's called now, because so that's what we're going with.
Love it.
So we're doing that on Sunday at Crimson Asphalt's Jam Space.
Oh.
So if all goes well, I'm hoping to continue it. This sun is driving me nuts. I'm hoping to continue it and excuse me, and continue to have more bands and more musicians and stuff come on. So if it's something that you guys are interested in, we should find another Hamilton band to pair you guys up against and bring you in for a recording for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I think everyone would be so psyched for that. That sounds
All right,
amazing.
awesome. Yeah, we're still ironing out all the details and everything. I knew it was going to be work because I've been doing podcasting for a while, but like I said to you earlier, like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I don't meet very often anymore unless I'm getting up to work instead of just going to bed. And coming up with these questions, it's been a lot of fun, but it's a lot of reading and a lot of work and a lot of making sure you don't cross over your information. Like the Trivial Pursuit guys must have been fucking exhausted by the time they were done.
Yeah, I don't.
Like,
That stuff's so crazy.
and there's like, I know they didn't do them all, but I think there's somewhere like 121 or 123 Trivial Pursuits now.
Oh yeah.
So like, I
Yeah.
figured why not rock trivia and chicken wings and hot sauce, and it's good entertainment anyway. I've got a couple of guys coming out. Guitar Dude is coming out from 97.7, and he doesn't eat hot stuff at all. So, and I've got Kurt from Cryophilic, the guitar player from Cryophilic's coming out. He doesn't eat hot stuff either.
Hmm.
So, and then Tyler from Eaten by Sharks is coming out as well, and he eats hot stuff like me all day long.
Oh, nice.
So I think we have a good mix of who will and who will not prevail through this.
Mhm.
So yeah, even if you guys don't do hot sauce regularly, it would definitely be something fun to come out and do. And you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. So you guys will go home with something nice too.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm down to put my body on the line for entertainment's sake.
Awesome. Awesome. I hear a lot of musicians say that to me lately, and I find that statement alone to be entertaining, let alone the things you guys are willing to do for the entertainment.
Yeah.
So, and maybe sometime in the summer, because I'm going to have a little bit of time to be able to do it, I would definitely like to get together with the whole band, and maybe we could do a day of where like we go out and maybe do mini putting or something. And so do you remember, I don't know what the age difference between you and I is, but in the late, we'll say mid 90s, there was a show called My Date With, and it was a date with whatever band they picked that week. So I kind of want to revive something like that and like take bands out and do dinner and like, I live in Niagara Falls, right? So there's Clifton Hill and stuff like that. I think it would be a lot of fun. I think it would be a good experience to be able to interview bands like that.
Yeah, that's a really cool idea, actually.
Well, if you guys are interested, definitely get at me and we will put something together for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Definitely.
Awesome. Right on. Well, David said that you guys should post up all your music and all your upcoming events in the Hits FM Mosh Pit group.
Okay.
If you guys aren't already in there, get in there because everybody in that group is very active. So, and when the music goes in, like when people post their music and stuff like that, there's definitely an appreciation for it. Everybody checks it out. Everybody interacts. Everybody in the group is great. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, if you guys aren't already in there, get in there and get your stuff on that page for sure.
Definitely going to. Even tonight, I'm gonna post. We little self plug. I guess we're talking about the band, so the whole thing's a self plug.
Yeah.
We released a cover song on Friday, so that's out on all streaming services. And then this Friday, we're releasing an original song. So a lot of content being pushed out recently from us.
Okay, well can you drop a hint on what the name of your new release is? If you haven't already?
We might have put the name. It's called Reaper.
Okay.
Spooky.
Awesome. Right on. Okay. And you said you guys just did a cover. So what cover did you do that we can listen to until we get the original stuff?
So the cover is Out of the Black by a band called Royal Blood from the UK.
Awesome. I
Yeah, yeah.
love them.
They're so good.
I love them. They are a fantastic band.
Mhm.
That's wicked. Okay, well, we'll definitely send me whatever stuff you have, and I'll post it on my Sofa City Sounds page.
Okay.
And then I've said this to probably 100 bands in the last 6 weeks, but it's my publisher's birthday today, so I didn't bug her when I called her to wish her happy birthday. But she and I do have to update our website. So I have a file of like 100 things that have to go in it. If you guys want to send me some stuff, I will add your music and everything to the website as soon as she and I get the chance to sit down together and do it. So it's at sofacitysounds.ca, and anything you guys want to add to that website, you can. So you just send it over, and then I'll send it over to her.
Okay, sweet. Yeah,
So
really
yeah.
appreciate that.
Definitely. So, well, is there anything else that you want to talk about or mention, or is there any shout outs or anything like that?
Not that I can think of. I feel like once the recording stops, I'll be like, oh, I probably
That's
should have
what
said this.
always happens. That's the way it always happens. I'll get messages a half an hour after the interview, and they're like, "Oh, can you mention that we worked with this guy?" And I'm like, "No, the interview's over." Like, I certainly can post it, but as far we can't go back. So
Just edit the video. Just
yeah. It'd be nice if we could time travel. Well, we might be able to time travel though. They just haven't told us yet.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I think there's some magic that they're hiding from us that we're going to find out real soon.
I mean, yeah, things are kind of
And
kooky.
yeah, well, yeah, and the aliens aren't it. They're just a decoy for what's to come.
Yeah, they're distracting us.
Yeah. There's a meme going around, or a video going around on TikTok, and it's this guy, and he's talking about how he had to explain to his neighbor that the alien invasion that was happening, was actually like not real. and like this neighbor watches so much news and stuff like that he actually thought it was real. And the conversation that he was having on this video with his neighbor, trying to explain to him that it's not real, while these, I don't know if they were just like spotlights or whatever coming from somewhere, but you could see the level of frustration in both of them. One of them was adamant that aliens were coming, and the other one was adamant that it wasn't real. It was funny. So, all right. Well, this interview has been absolutely fantastic, and I'm grateful that you came on tonight.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. I probably won't be able to catch you guys on Friday as much as I really want to say I'm going to be there. I don't know if it's going to happen.
No worries.
But I definitely will be able to check you guys out when you're in the falls, and I'll be able to check you guys out anytime after this coming weekend. So, yeah. So that being said, if you want to stick around for a minute backstage, we'll kick everybody else out, and then I'll chat about Sofa City Volume 4 to you guys, and then we'll be on our way.
All right. Sounds good.
Awesome. It's been fantastic.